Good morning, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for April 21st through the 30th. I'm not going to use the spiritual warfare prayer book today because I got sticky hands because I was drinking some Pepsi. And I think my cards are already sticky, so I'm not really worried about my cards. But I will say this, may Archangel Michael bless this reading, and may all negative energy that anyone brings to this reading be returned back to the sender. So we're going to get started, Cancer. And for your reading, we are using the Gilded Tarot Royale, the guidebook by Barbara Moore. The artwork is by Ciro Marchetti. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right. If I'm making weird faces, it's not because I have negative energy towards this reading. It's just I took, my caffeine pills earlier, and one of them stayed too long in my mouth, and it was just a nasty taste. It's mixed with acetaminophen, like with Tylenol. So let's get started. We're going to get started on your past energy, okay? And your past energy was April 11th through 20th. And for that, you have the Seven of Pentacles, okay? Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is, you putting effort towards something, you growing something, you reaping the rewards of your harvest. There could have been someone you were interested in and you were putting in the work. I mean, I don't see the Eight of Pentacles here, but Seven of Pentacles to me is, still like putting in the work. So you have sown seeds of some sort and they are bearing fruit, and it is time for the harvest. Some of you, maybe you got paid last week. If this is about money, take time to compare the investment with the results. If it is not what you'd hope, determine what you can do differently next time. Be aware of being so excited about the harvest that you neglect the balance sheet. So it's telling you also to keep budgeting. Regardless of how much money you have, keep budgeting. And a lot of people have that problem, where they win the lottery or they come into some sort of good fortune and they think, well, I don't have to budget anymore. I don't have to watch my money anymore. And that's not true. People end up losing a lot of money that way. So with the Seven of Pentacles, Cancer, we have the Four of Wands. Whatever you came into last week has you healthy, happy, and abundant with this Four of Wands energy, okay? So some of you may be using your money for organic food or some sort of exercise program that you may have become a part of. I know a lot of fitness boot camps are coming out now that it's the summer. We have the Six of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Okay, so if this is about a relationship, some of you could be involved with a Scorpio. And if this is about your health, some of you could be seeing a counselor, or some of you could be seeing a personal trainer, like a personal physical fitness trainer. I've seen a few ads myself nearby different places, for physical fitness trainers. And I try to be careful with those ads because I tend to think that the personal trainers at the gym are cheaper than, these ads that you see online or placed in different places outside. But some of you are definitely giving to a Scorpio in the past, and this was last week, okay? Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and King of Cups, okay? Some of you could, like I said, some of you could have also been seeing a counselor. Or, perhaps even maybe someone who could advise you financially. And the reason I say this is, even though this is, the counselor emotions card with that King of Cups energy, Sometimes people in those positions know about finance as well. They know about resources, places you can go. I knew a counselor who helped me out when my mother passed away because he referred me to a place that was willing to do her cremation for free. So, some of you may have come into some money last week, and if you had a relative that passed away, I am deeply sorry for your loss. But if you were seeing a counselor, this counselor may have helped you with investing your money better or helping you with getting services that you needed. So, Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles, King of Cups, okay? This was last week. Your last week of April, Cancer, we have the Nine of Cups. Okay. Now, some of you are drinking. Some of you are drinking or enjoying yourselves. Nine of Cups doesn't always have to be about alcohol. You know, a lot of tarot readers will say, oh, alcohol, or you have an alcoholic coming into your life. There was a time in my life where I was drinking a lot of aloe vera juice, and I would pull the Nine of Cups for me. So some of you could be indulging this last week of April and your drink of choice. Now you have achieved a place of comfortable abundance. You have much love and nurturing affection to give. You are happy with what you have and desire to share with others, knowing that sharing such gifts only increases them. But be aware of taking the energy of the hermit to the extreme. Do not enjoy your good fortune alone or hoard it. Do not indulge in a pompous sense of self satisfaction, but share what you have with graciousness. Okay? So you're enjoying what you have this last week of April. We have the Five of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Hanging Man. Okay, so I'm not really sure, what zodiac sign the Hanging Man represents. So I'm going to look it up in Google. But it seems like you're spending time with the Hanged Man of Swords, possibly a Pisces. Okay, some of you are spending time with a Pisces this last week of April. And you find this person very attractive, but you're not really letting on that you find them attractive. Because we have this Five of Swords, this Ace of Wands, and this Hanged Man. Some of you could kind of be joking on this person, making little side comments, or I don't know if I want to say side comments, but maybe little digs. Like, well, you're not that hot, or you're not, little side comments, or someone could be doing that with you. Some of you could be flirting with a Pisces this last week of April, okay? Maybe sharing a drink with a Pisces. All right. Now, the first week of May, Cancer, we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. So there's something you're rushing into, or something you're in a hurry to do. Knight of Swords is the Dragon Slayer card, someone who's fighting battles, they're rushing in to save the day involving something. Some of you could be rushing in to save the day when it comes to something at your job. And this book is making it hard for me to find the Knight of Swords. It tells me to go to page 163 for the court cards, but then I'm still having difficulty finding the Knight of Swords. Okay, there it is. Okay. So the first week of May, you're in the midst of something. You know exactly what you want to do and precisely how you are going to do it. You are very single-minded at that time and your goal is in sight, but be aware of being so focused that you miss new developments in the situation. Pay attention to what is going on around you. There is a danger of ignoring or being insensitive to those around you. Some of you could be EMTs, that could be your job. You could be in the medical field, and maybe you're so used to seeing a certain situation that whatever you're dealing with, you think that that is the situation when it could be something else. So you are encouraged to listen to your patients, right? Don't, ignore what they're saying. Don't ignore certain developments in the situation that's going on. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords, the Magician. So whoever it is, you're trying to help. You're trying to help a magician this first week of May, and this person may have manifested something that they don't want to manifest. You could be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo this first week of May, and you're trying to help this person with calming down with the Six of Swords. Some of you may be trying to help this person move, or you're trying to help this person calm down. With this Ace of Pentacles energy coming from you, I just get the fact that you're a pro at your job. You're a pro at your job. By this time, you are an expert in your field, and you're trying to help this Gemini or this Virgo to calm down. Okay. Some of you may be headed towards a Gemini or a Virgo because you want more peace in your life. You want a more peaceful relationship with someone. Maybe you have something to offer this person. Some of you could be moving towards this person or moving with this person. If you are an EMT and you are helping someone, I think possibly some of you could be trying to help someone calm down because maybe they're having an anxiety attack. But like I said, you need to be careful with this person and pay attention to new developments in the situation because this may be more than just an anxiety attack. It may start off as an anxiety attack or look like purely an anxiety attack, but after more testing and certain things are done, and after you get this person to the hospital, maybe some sort of heart problem or health problem is revealed. Um, so, but yeah, some of you are moving towards a Gemini or a Virgo. Okay. Someone who is more peaceful than the previous person you were dealing with. Okay. You were dealing with a hanged man person, and you were dealing with a Pisces this last week of April. But the first week of May, you'll be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo. Okay. A Gemini or a Virgo. So you're rushing in to help someone or to move towards someone the first week of May. Let's see what your attitude is for the last week of April, dealing with the Pisces that you were dealing with. We have Four of Cups. Some of you feel stuck on a Pisces, okay? Some of you feel stuck on a Pisces this last week of April, okay? I don't know why you feel stuck on this particular Pisces, but you may feel stuck on them. Some of you feel like what you have is not enough for this person, for this Pisces. So you flirt with them, but maybe you're just interested in this person in a purely physical sense because you feel like you really don't have enough for this person aside from the physical. And which is weird to me because your reading showed up with you having a lot of abundance in the beginning. But some of you may feel like you don't have enough for this Pisces. It kind of reminds me of a man my mom used to date, and she was angry because he didn't have a job, and she said, "How come people that," and this was her personal opinion, not mine, but she said, "How come people that don't have jobs, they want the best of the best. They feel like they deserve the best of the best, and so you may have a lot of money and success and fortune, but for some reason you just feel like it's not enough for this Pisces, like they always want more." Some of you may also be going through depression at this time or feeling a lack of energy and motivation. So if you are getting counseling, at this time, like you were in the middle of April, I would encourage you to stick to it. We have the Seven of Swords, okay? So your attitude is you're not really going to be honest with this Pisces because this Pisces just wants too much. It's kind of like, I mean, common sense is you don't tell a person how much you're working with, but with this person, they just take too much. And some of you may feel like, you're going to hide your hand. You're not going to tell this Pisces how much you have because you don't want them taking everything from you. We have the Five of Wands. For some of you, drinking is not good if you are drinking because it may put you in kind of like a combative energy. Now, some of you are willing to fight for this person because that's another meaning of Five of Wands. Some of you may be willing to fight for this person. Yeah, you see this person as your happiness. This person could also have Leo in their chart with this Sun card, okay? Um, the only other meaning I can think of when it comes to a Sun card is a possible child. Some of you may be wanting to create a child with this person. I hope this is not like some sort of custody battle. Okay. I think with this Four of Cups energy, some of you feel like, this Pisces, you feel like they're the only one for you and you don't want anyone else. And you're willing to fight for this person because you believe they are your happiness. If you're not being deceptive with this person, you're trying to come up with a clever way to have them. So Seven of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Sun. Okay. Influencing you the last week of April is the Knight of Pentacles. So maybe at some point this person was headed towards you with a solid offer, or you want to make this person a solid offer. This person could live at a distance from you. And this person may have blocked you in the past with the Seven of Wands energy. We get so many wands. This person could be interested in a fire sign. They could be interested in an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius with this Queen of Wands energy. Or like I said, they may have that in their chart. So I think what may have happened is maybe this person, they were approaching you with a solid offer, but they may have blocked you in the past, which just that doesn't make sense. Maybe this person was actually headed towards making a solid offer to someone else, and that was why they blocked you. They could also be interested in a Queen of Wands themselves. So some of you are upset with this person, that they didn't tell you that there was someone else, but you're willing to fight for this connection. Three of Wands, Seven of Wands, and Queen of Wands, okay? Now, if you have fire in your chart, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, you could be the Queen of Wands that this person blocked because maybe they were approaching someone else with a solid offer. Or you were trying to approach them with a solid offer and maybe they didn't want it. You know, maybe with this Queen of Wands energy, maybe they just prefer to play the field. So, Three of Wands, Seven of Wands, Queen of Wands. Your reading is just getting so confusing, Cancer. Your obstacle for this last week of April is the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. So either you or the person you're dealing with basically worries too much, you know. Staying up late at night, worrying too much. Yeah, somebody's worried too much. Five of Cups. Someone is in a lot of regret. They're crying about the past. Two of Cups. Whoever this is feels like the other person was or is their soulmate. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Someone feels like a Queen of Pentacles was their soulmate and they're crying over a Queen of Pentacles, okay? So you could be dealing with, maybe your Pisces is upset over an earth sign. Five of Cups, Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Your outcome for the middle week, well, the last week of April, is the Three of Pentacles. So if you talk to this person, I think they will be willing to cooperate with you as far as talking to you goes. This could be somebody that you know at work. You could also focus on something new at work to get your mind off this person. Queen of Cups, some of you have Scorpio in your chart. Six of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. So you will have a victory over this person, even though even though this person is choosing to remain single. So Queen of Cups, Six of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, you're going to have a victory over this person, even though they're choosing to remain single, okay? I just thought of something weird. Some of you could end up becoming this person's boss at work if you know them from work. Queen of Cups, Six of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, okay? What you don't see coming is the Six of Cups. Someone from your past is coming back. I'm thinking it could be that that Gemini or that Virgo, but they are coming in May, so I don't know. We have the Chariot. Some of you are dealing with another Cancer, the Star, and the Judgment. Okay, someone from your past is healing or they have healed, and they want another chance with you. I'm not going to show that Star card because it's kind of graphic, but basically you have a Cancer coming in from the past that wants another chance with you, okay? What's the advice for Cancer? We have the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. Okay, so I'm going to interpret those cards in a different way this time, because I'm going to use the self-care book is what I'm going to use, okay? This is the tarot for self-care, and I'm going to use that for your advice cards rather than just putting my own interpretation on them. So we have the Page of Pentacles for your advice. My advice for this card will be to continue being a reliable friend. You know, be reliable despite everything you're going through. If some of you are dealing with a patient, you know, be reliable. Okay. You know, this person needs water, get them water, you know, which usually medical people will hook someone up to, you know, an IV. But my advice is to be reliable. Like maybe keep showing up to this person every 5 or 10 minutes because, like I said earlier, new developments could happen in the situation. As far as self care activities, stay positive, right? Stay positive in regards to the situation. Some of you may want to meditate after work. You may want to meditate. We also have Five of Pentacles for your advice. And I think what that means is if you're not dealing with a patient and you're dealing with, you know, someone who is a lover or a past lover, maybe the advice is to love yourself or to leave them out in the cold like they left you out in the cold. If this is advice concerning a patient, some of you may be dealing with a patient that is overheated. You know, maybe this person's overheated and they need ice or they need something cold to help them. Um, Now, as far as self care activities, this is talking about you shopping for new clothing that makes you feel cool and powerful. So, for some of you, the reason why maybe this Pisces isn't paying attention to you is because maybe you wear the same outfit every day for the most part. You know, I used to do that around a Pisces friend of mine, and he kind of got tired of it. He was like, "Don't you wear, you know, don't you have different clothing to wear? You know, why do you wear the same outfit every day?" And he kind of got on my nerves because to me it was kind of shallow him saying that. But if you want the attention of this Pisces you're interested in, for some of you, you may need to change your wardrobe. And if you can't afford it, there are thrift shops out there nearby certain churches where you can buy beautiful looking clothing for cheap. There is a thrift shop nearby where I live, and they have half off on, you know, I think it's the first or the last week of every month, they will do half off on what they're selling. So boost your confidence by shopping for new clothing that makes you feel cool and powerful. Some of you may need to change your wardrobe to attract this person that you're interested in. And your last card for your advice is the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. Um, to me, that's about releasing burdens. It's about releasing heavy burdens. You know, if you are working as an EMT, to me, this means don't do everything on your own. You know, if you notice something that doesn't look right, talk to a doctor about it. You know, talk to a doctor, like keep a written record, at least in your head if it's not written, and be like, okay, well, at 5 o'clock, the patient presented with anxiety. At 5:10, the patient's heartbeat went up at this amount, you know, just have, you know, reasons why you're concerned to talk to a doctor, because usually a charge nurse or a doctor is going to want to know, okay, well, how did a situation, what was so serious about a situation that you had to approach me? And if you can demonstrate through paperwork or through what you've observed that things are getting worse with a patient, you're being encouraged to, you know, drop all those heavy burdens, all those symptoms. It's not really heavy burdens, but it's a burden if you don't know what to do, and if you're worried about your patient, let the doctor know. And if this is about relationships, you're being encouraged to drop your burdens. You know, some of you may be carrying baggage from the past, And that could be another thing that's making this Pisces want to shy away from you, because maybe they have enough baggage of their own, or they don't want to hear about baggage from the past. So, and as far as self-care activities, don't take on more work or responsibility than you're comfortably able to. Remember that it's okay to say no. Some of you may want to, after work, combat the side effects of stress by indulging in a deeply moisturizing sheet mask. And for spirit, we have explore your astrological birth chart, after work, to get to know yourself and your deepest desires better. Some of you may have been an EMT for so long and you're just tired of it. Some of you may have, whatever it is you do for a living, you may get tired of it. And it may not be what you desire to do anymore. So you may need to look up your birth chart after work to know yourself and your deepest desires better, to know what you want to do for the rest of your life or the next half of your life if you've spent a long time doing what you're doing, like being an EMT or whatever. But yeah, with don't take on more work or responsibility than you're comfortably able to. Remember that it's okay to say no. So, for example, if you're an EMT, you have your scope of practice like other healthcare professionals. There may be something that a doctor is asking you to do that you are not equipped to do, you are not trained to do, you've never done before, and it's outside of your scope of practice. Don't be afraid to say no, because you don't want a lawsuit on your hands. You don't want to be pinned for a death. God forbid. I'm not saying this person's going to pass away, but you don't want to be, blamed for something that, you didn't know what was going on. So if a doctor asks you to do something and you're uncomfortable doing it, say no. That's not in my scope of practice. No, keep saying no, because you don't want to be sued later on for doing something that you weren't supposed to do. Okay. So that's the rest of your advice as far as the tarot cards go. I'm going to pull some cards for you about your new relationship coming in that's going to be with a Gemini or a Virgo. And then I'll pull some more cards, and eventually the reading will be over. So I hope you guys are doing well today. I remember learning about scope of practice when I was taking a class on CNA. Okay. I'm going to do your energy oracle cards, and then we'll get into the relationship cards. I forgot about these energy oracle cards. Yeah, every medical professional has a particular scope of practice, and you're not supposed to go outside of that scope of practice. Like, for example, a CNA is not supposed to prescribe meds. A CNA is not usually over people. I don't know what LPNs do, but I know that an LPN can be over people. I'll do 2 more times because that kind of felt weird. Shuffling. So every medical professional has their own scope of practice that they're limited to. And I would imagine, that being an EMT, sometimes it's hard to say no. If you are an EMT, because, if you got into that job because you want to save people, it's like you wanted to save the day. Okay, with this person that you're dealing with, they could have problems with their 5th chakra, or you could have problems with your 5th chakra. We have Archangel Gabriel. Now, I'm not really sure what the fifth chakra is, so I'm going to look it up because I'm used to the labels, not the numbers, you know? Um, let's see what the fifth chakra. That's the throat chakra. Okay, so for some of you, this person may end up needing a breathing tube. Okay, they may need some sort of breathing tube because they may be having problems with their throat. So what starts out as an anxiety attack could actually turn out to be anaphylaxis, which is, a fancy word for an allergic reaction, okay? Now, if some of you are having problems with the fifth chakra, you could have problems with self expression and speaking your truth. You may have had trouble with expressing emotions and ideas in the past, but Gabriel is here to tell you that your soul longs to take this leap now. Be aware that true communication includes how to speak to yourself, so never deny your profound integral value. Speak up for yourself, write in your journal, let your words flow. So I like the advice from this card because if you're dealing with a doctor that's not being professional, write about it later in your journal. That could be used as a court document if anything comes up. Um, Possibly it could be used as a court document. Now is the time to express yourself freely and fully, and the universe always honors your choice to do so. This card could also indicate that a communication project is coming or a time of heightened communication with spirit and telepathy with others. Some of you could be having dreams about this patient or person coming in. Okay. So don't forget, an Epipen or whatever it is you need on that ambulance truck if you are an EMT. Now, for some of you, this situation also requires patience. It's going to take time for that EpiPen to work or for this person to get better, whatever they're going through. Some of you that may be in love with a Pisces, if this is about a relationship, you need to be patient with this person. Let go of desperation, right? You need to relax and let go of the single minded desperation that's been driving you. Don't try to force your will on only one option. When you think there's only one solution to satisfy your need or to make you happy, you are blocking many other potential solutions from coming your way. So, this reminds me of that Four of Cups energy. Let go of the anxiety and be flexible. Be patient, open, and creative. Choose to be peaceful in the present. The universe has more options than you may be aware of. Quiet your mind, broaden your perspective, and let them come through. So, this is about letting your options come through. As far as health goes, it also kind of reminds me of a situation I was dealing with where I was having back problems from some memory foam toppers. And my chiropractor wanted to use one of those guns that it pounds into your back, and I didn't want him to do that. So we just waited a few months, as far as him cracking my back and stuff like that. Well, popping my back and stuff like that goes. And eventually my back did get better over time. And he told me that I was right, that we just needed, to be patient. So, you also have Goddess of the Moon. I think for some of you, this is about trusting your intuition. If you have this intuition going on that you think this person is dealing with more than an anxiety attack, and, you know, you think that this person needs an EpiPen or some healing involving their throat, go with your intuition. For some reason, I also got the image of maybe someone choking on a bottle cork. Maybe you're trying to drink with a friend and, you're really supposed to open a wine bottle with a cork opener, not your mouth. But if this person were to open it with their mouth and get a cork lodged in their throat, you may have to do, CPR on this person so that they stop choking. So I'm going to get your other cards, okay? Which they kind of spilled when I was moving stuff around. These are the Love Oracle cards. So we're going to look up some information about your new person coming in, which is a Gemini or a Virgo. Um, a lot of people come to tarot readings, wanting information on the new. They don't want to hear about the past. So let's do 2 more times because that didn't feel right. All right. So Cancer, let's get some information about this new person coming in. So you're going to get a call from this person. This person's been talking to, their friends, and they've been moving on from someone else. And they're going to meet you through a friend of a friend or something like that. And they're going to talk to you. They're going to call you and talk to you, possibly to reveal, stuff your friends have said about you, like, hey, Cancer, they're not going to call you Cancer, but they're going to say, I was talking to, one of your friends, and they said that you're single and I'm interested. This person's going to be the chaser. And this person is going through a period of healing, but they may feel kind of lonely during this, period of healing, and maybe that's why they're chasing you. This person may invite you somewhere, like to a party or a park, because they want to say, I like you. They may want to flirt with you or tell you that they want to date you. They're not going to tell you that over the phone. They'll talk to you a little bit over the phone, and then they'll arrange a meeting where they can tell you that they like you. But this person may be kind of codependent. They may have some sort of addiction going on. They may also be setting certain boundaries with you, or they're dealing with some sort of blockage. For example, they may be interested in talking about your ex, but they don't want to talk about their ex because we have the addiction and not today. Okay, addiction and not today. Let's see if I can find any more cards about this person. Yeah, you're going through an ending, which is bringing this new beginning, because we have the Coffin card. You're going through an ending with a Pisces. I'm going to get the Archangel Michael cards, and then I'll get the Hidden Truth Oracle from your past person, and we'll be done with this reading. So, Archangel Michael. I don't know what you've been saying to your previous person, but the Five of Swords energy kind of reminds me of when I was in 5th grade, and there was a boy I was interested in, and he was not interested in me. He was interested in this other girl, I guess, who looked more grown, like she looked older than her age. And she told me, she said, well, why don't you, just insult him back sometimes, like say, well, you're not that hot either. She's like, that's what I would do. So I don't know if that's what you're doing with your previous person or what, but Archangel Michael is telling you to respect yourself and know that your home is protected by angels. Some of you could be, bringing people home that you don't need to bring home, right? You need to have some self-respect and not bring certain people home. We also have the new beginnings and a fresh start card, okay? Romance angels are helping you, and it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Yeah, this Pisces is unhealthy for you, Cancer, whoever this is. And they may not be a Pisces, they may just have Pisces in their chart, but you're on the right path, and use your imagination and you'll see the answer. And be gentle with yourself, stop talking down to yourself and explore your options, okay? Explore your options. Be gentle with yourself when it comes to exploring your options as well. Stop telling yourself stuff like, well, if this past person doesn't want me, nobody else will want me. Don't talk to yourself that way. Um, let's get the hidden truth, okay? The hidden truth. And for some reason, I'm thinking of that quote in that Pinocchio movie with the cricket. And I think there's some point in the movie where the cricket says, well, you can't please everybody. Alrighty. So at the bottom of the deck, we have, I hope that you can forgive me one day. So this person does want your forgiveness someday. I will wait for a sign from you, and I love you. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson, and I hide behind material things. So this person, your past person, hides behind material things. You know, it doesn't even have to be their material things. They could hide behind other people's material things that they get from them. Um, if you're dealing with a patient, you could have someone who, a patient maybe who has a lot of fancy jewelry, and they kind of make their life look like it's all together by hiding behind material things. I'm afraid to contact you, and I wish I had treated you better. So even if you like insult this person in a bar or somewhere, they're afraid to, give back. They're afraid to insult you back. I am becoming a better person, and I remember every detail of that day, okay? So that's all I have, Cancer. I would stick with the new, this Gemini or this Virgo coming in. Me personally, I get along with most zodiac signs, but usually, especially Virgo, because Virgo usually always has my back in regards to certain things. I found Virgos to be very reliable friends. I really don't know much about Gemini, so I can't say whether I think Gemini is good or bad. I just don't know much about them. But good luck in everything you're going through. And I hope that this new person coming in is going to give you the love and the respect that you deserve. Another thing I thought of, some of you could have invited this past person to your home and maybe they didn't respect you. Maybe you invited them to your home to have a drink or something and they did not respect you. There was a situation in my past where I invited a Virgo to my home and I drank some wine and He respected me. He asked me if I was okay. Not that all Virgos will do that or that they're all the same, but you need to respect yourself, and you also need to find someone who's going to respect you, and that takes time. You can't just invite someone to your house and automatically expect them to respect you. And but just know that your home is protected by angels regardless of who you've invited over or not invited over. Just try to be careful in the future. And for some of you, I think the respect card is about being a healthcare provider. I know nurses get disrespected a lot, and for the most part, they usually just have to deal with it. Some of you may be wanting to go to a supervisor because you feel like you can't work around a certain person. Maybe they're too disrespectful. So, thank you for coming to this reading, and I hope everything works out for you. And take care. Namaste. Bye for now.